Test Subject 1. Years ago, as an apprentice under my Lord Doctor, I studied the ways of healing the sick and infected of our dark and dying world post-plague. On a sleepless night caused by unknown senses, I was drawn to my teacher's study, where a guiding force drew my fingers to his journal like some strange chaotic urge. Within its stained pages, I found private notes of matters that transcended the metaphysical and alchemical knowledge of our age, and the design and location of a strange archaeological artifact within his possession. Never had he spoken to me or my fellow students of these matters, never even hinted at knowledge beyond that which was taught. Young and naive, brave but so foolish, I absconded his school-torn journal pages in hand and ventured into the waste of the blackened cityscapes. My satchel containing the strange gnarled root, fossilized, yet always warm to the touch. An artifact of unknown origin or destination. Chemical fires roar behind me as my guilt is drowned by my ambitions. Months later, I found myself in makeshift facilities of my own, deceiving not only the subjects I find wandering outside, but perhaps myself as well, into allowing me to perform alterations upon their bodies under the guise of benevolent healing. This is my first subject, perhaps the most ambitious of all. My attempts to take the healthy organs and part of two plague-ridden individuals in order to create a whole from two diseased halves. The other 4 test subjects within their own facilities, contained in holding vats. As my ambition exceeds my knowledge, my control of what I have wrought falters under my inexperience. Why is it mutating? Why so rapidly? Did I not understand the notes? Alarms ring dull but painfully, as all 5 facilities show research room breaches. Test Subject 2. Lab Journey Entry, April 2nd, 1923. Subject's initial response to treatment and psychological alterations by use of the doctor's journal, as well as utilization of the artifact, allowed for immediate positive results. During stasis, the body remained stable as additional gastrointestinal implants were made to allow inner city exploration in the most dense of toxicity levels. Subject's hair continued to grow in stasis. Must take note, as this was not part of the hypothesis. Check and measure on the other subjects at their facilities as well. Anesthetics decreasing to allow gradual resuscitation of subjects planned over the course of the next days has commenced, and thus far, progress satisfactory and at expectation. Subject now conscious. However, flesh and muscle tissue are rapidly mutating. Reason unknown. Placing back under stasis for now. Sedatives and anesthetics are no longer effective. Subject's tissue continue to mutate rapidly. Limbs are distorting. Why? Subject highly unstable. Dorsal tissues are detaching as vertebrae continue to exude strange liquids. Wounds are not closing and seem to suffer from severe hemorrhaging. Body no longer produces clotting agents. Subject fully conscious. Sedatives ineffective. Additional ocular organic tissues have grown across heavily mutated surfaces. Exterior toxicity control implant corroding rapidly from odd moisture. The subject glands continue to secrete. Subjects no longer in holding vat. Immediate alarm has been raised. Various clothing items and tools missing from research room. Must lock down facility and inspect other test subject holding vats as soon as possible. Test subject 3. The alarms sound like dull tones submerged in thick, viscous liquid. Panic sets in as my most recent subject, deceased upon his gurney, suddenly tears away his restraints and IVs. His flesh before my very eyes rots rapidly as subdermal tissue and muscle fibers peek through the crusting wounds. As was the case with my other subjects, his hair follicles mutate fast and vigorously. He is somewhere inside the facility. I must escape and lock him within. My PDA whines and pulses with ongoing alerts from all other research labs. What has happened there? I worry for Facility 4 and 5.